eating clean. I think there's nothing better. I mean, there's so many fad diets out there. I mean, you name it, Atkins, South Beach, Zone, low carb, this and that. It's about eating clean. There's a lot of crap in foods in the supermarkets. So I actually have a little bit of a rule of thumb. 2 rules of thumb. 1, when you go grocery shopping, go around the perimeter of the supermarket, because that's where your fresh produce is, your milks, almond milk, regular cow milk, soy milk. Going to the outer perimeter of the store is actually more natural food. And then the inner stuff, the inner aisles that you see is all packaged processed food. It's just so not good for you. It's a bunch of chemicals that actually builds toxins in your body, and that makes it very hard to release, and it gets stored in your fat cells, hence the weight gain. So, second rule of thumb is, if you read a package and it has more than 5 ingredients that you can't pronounce, you have no idea what it means, don't buy it. So, eating clean is the best way, and drinking lots of water.
Awesome. Now let's get into the psychology of a woman. We don't pretend to know what a woman feels, but we try to relate as best as possible. So what's the psychology of a woman when it comes to body image, weight training, fat loss? What goes through your mind when you guys...
Greg, I'm not gonna lie, it's really rough. It's actually really rough being a woman. I go through this challenge every single day. Despite the weight loss that I lost like 30 pounds or something like that. It never goes away. But if you make a habit of positive mindset, it gets really easy to sort of say, all right, screw that. Like, I'm not going to think negatively anymore. I'm not going to look at myself in the mirror and say, oh, I look ugly or I look fat or whatever it is that you're feeling. You kind of, the more you think positively, the easier it is to kind of get back into that positive mindset. So it's about affirmations, maybe, putting like inspirational pictures, on the refrigerator or in the bathroom mirror or whatever it is. The problem is women are so stressed out. We wear plenty of different hats, right? We're the corporate executives, we're the mommy, we're the trophy wives that try to look good all the time. Even young teens look at older women and say, oh, I want to be like that. So they wear tighter clothing, they, diet like crazy, diet pills, exercise at the gym for 3 hours a day. I mean, actually once I ran into this girl who was 13, 14 years old, took my class, and took like 3 other classes before my class because she's trying to get skinny because of all the pressures in high school. So it's just about being positive. If you've got a goal, you stay consistent with your goal and you just take action. I didn't so much think about the number that I had to lose, the number of pounds that I had to lose. I kind of just, maybe I was lucky, but I went to an all-women's gym. So there was no pressure there to look good or anything, or wear like good, awesome workout clothes or anything. I wore whatever I wanted, and I took awesome classes that had awesome music. So I wasn't even thinking about, oh my goodness, I have to lose 20 pounds. I was just moving. And then from there, I felt good, and I started eating right, and I was like, wow, for the food that I'm eating, I feel cleaner. So it gave me more energy to work out even more. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So I guess my advice is, don't think about the number. Don't think about, oh my goodness, I look fat in that picture. Think, well, I want to look like that, but I'm just going to have fun in the process. So let me work out. Let me get my friends, and we all go to the gym together. Those are the little tips that I have in terms of really reaching your goals. Okay. I know I mentioned before about the hormonal chaos that goes on in a woman's body. What ends up happening is, particularly before we get our periods, we experience PMS. And you guys know the symptoms of PMS is bloating, sugar cravings, feeling, not having as much energy. And that's really because we lose magnesium and our insulin levels actually drop. Therefore, we have a lower sugar level, and we crave these sweets just to kind of compensate. And what happens is, when that happens, our estrogen level also goes down, and in order to compensate for that, it actually stores whatever it is as fat into our fat cells, so we gain that weight. So you have the water, and also the low progesterone, which actually leads to water retention. So we have a mixture of these things that happens during that time. Once we actually menstruate, we actually have blood flow, all of that kind of goes back to normal, and we balance ourselves out. But during that 1 to 2 week period before we actually start bleeding, all of these things happen with our hormones. So the sugar cravings, that's because the insulin level drops, and the water retention, the bloating, is from the low progesterone. So in order to sort of combat that, though, it's about being consistent with your diet and exercise. So I know some ladies out there don't like to work out during while they PMS because of their cramping. I actually say you work out during that because it alleviates the cramping, and then you get to burn off the extra calories from the sugar intake that you've done. And to alleviate the sugar cravings, you gotta stick to foods that are more complex in terms of the carbohydrates. So I would eat fruits and vegetables, even starchy vegetables might give you that sweet sensation and curb the craving, like sweet potatoes or carrots, corn. And yeah, eat a lot of veggies, a lot of leafy greens, help you eliminate the toxins in your body. I would stay away from dairy. I would stay away from alcohol and caffeine. I would stay away from anything that's high in sodium and fatty foods, so like the junk food, the McDonald's, red meat, things like that. So during that time period, stick to the veggies and stick to the fruits and vegetables and complex carbohydrates. You can still continue exercise the way you normally exercise. There's nothing wrong with, you don't need to lessen the intensity or speed or heighten the intensity. You stay to your routine, you stick through it, and that'll actually alleviate the cramping. So that's the only deterrent in terms of not working out, is that cramping sensation. Basically, your basic multivitamin, you eat your balanced meals, you drink a lot of water, and I actually do recommend magnesium supplements because, like I said, during that level, the reason why the insulin level drops is because the magnesium level drops in your body. So you can supplement that with some magnesium pills. But other than that, your normal multivitamin and just eating right.
Awesome. What's one thing that you would say to empower women right now? Is it a phrase, a word? What would be one thing you would have to say to them? My
tagline is keeping it fun and fitness. That's what motivates me. It's about just having a good time. It doesn't have to be a chore. It's get a bunch of your girlfriends, get together, work out together, and make it a social event. Not saying sabotage by going to your Dunkin' Donuts and drinking a whole bunch of coffee with lots of sugar in it. What I'm saying is make it an event, support each other, and that's the best way to kind of keep you motivated.
Awesome. Now, where can some of the females get more information about you and some of your articles that we've gone on?
Sure. You guys can friend me on Facebook under my name, Sylvia Nasser, and you can reach me at www.thefitfem.com, or you can email me at sil@thefitfem.com.